All right, guys. I let's start the masterclass. First of all, thank you so much for joining the today's masterclass organized by Ellipse Education. Uh, During the masterclass, if my voice is not audible or if my screen is not visible, please type in the chat. I am regularly checking the chat. So, if my screen is not visible or if my voice is not clear, please type in the chat so that I can correct that, right? So let's start the masterclass. First of all, let me introduce myself. Hello everyone. I am Abhishek Agarwal. I am a Microsoft certified Azure data engineer. I have done my graduation from NIT Raipur in 2016, and after that I have worked completely 8 years into Azure data engineering domain. So I worked in data factory, Databricks, Synapse Analytics, PySpark, Spark SQL. And during the COVID time, I basically started helping students, or I started helping my friends to get a job first, right? So few of my friends switched to Azure data engineering domain, right? And then their friends, then my friends recommended their friends, and then two students became four students, four students became five students, and slowly I launched Education Ellipse. There I make sure that I provide training from the project which I have done in my company, right? So that is what I do in general, right? And this particular training will be provided together with Sankha Das, who is my colleague, right? We have done multiple projects together, right? So he will be the another trainer with me who will be providing the Azure data engineering and data bricks training with me, right? So I will request Sankha Das to also introduce himself. So and then we will continue with the demo afterwards, right? So uh, Sankha, if you are
Yeah,
here, can you
am I
please
audible? Yeah,
unmute
yeah,
yourself and then give a small introduction? Yeah, please go ahead.
sure. Okay. I hope I'm audible, right? So
Yeah, you're
basically,
audible.
I'm Mentor Das. You can call me Mentor Das. My name is Sankadas. So basically, I'm a data engineer with 5 years of experience. I have worked in multiple client projects, mostly outside of India, like Europe, Canada, Middle East. Okay, and I've also started the teaching in 2020 from the COVID era. Started with normal Python, then moving to Spark, then PySpark, Databricks, Azure, moving to the cloud technologies. Okay, so basically, I've started my journey, and also I have done a lot of certification. Also, I have helped my friends to pass certification exams as well. I have taught more than 500 students. So yeah, let's hope for a great interactive sessions forward. Okay. So yeah, that's about myself. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, Abhishek.
Uh, all right, Sankat. Thank you so much for the introduction. Right, so we will be the trainers for our Azure Data Engineering Masterclass, right, and Azure Data Engineering training as well, which will go for coming months, right. So this is a small introduction about ourselves, right. So now after that, let me take you through the website, right, so that you understand the website, you know about the website as well, right. So as I told, right, in Education Ellipse, we provide the training from the mentors who are currently working in the industry, such as me and Sankha are working in Azure data engineering domain. So we provide all the training related to Azure background, right? And together with me, there is a Vail Murugan who provides the training about AWS domain, Snowflake domain, Fabric domain, and then we have Sindhu Prajapati and Khan sir who provides of all the training related to MS SQL, Python, and Power BI, right? And all the trainers which we include in Education Ellipse, all the trainers are the real time, like they are working and then providing the training in the site, right? So we onboard only those tutors, right? And in Education Ellipse, we make sure that we basically teach what we do, right? So we are providing a real world experience, real world project experience, because if you have noticed, right, so whenever you join any corporate company, and if they provide your training, their training also goes for 2 to 3 months. There they basically teach you what is required for the job, right, rather than teaching you for like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, right. So here, that is what we do, right. So we basically provide the training which is actually required for the job. So once you complete our training, you will be able to do the real time projects in the company without any assistance, right, and we will teach you from scratch. And at the same time, we will teach you in a way that like you will be able to crack the interview, and then you will be able to do the projects as well in the company, right. And our mentors are working professional, right, actively working in the industry, because the technologies are changing so much nowadays that it's very necessary that we are working and then also providing the training so that we know what is going on, right? So we will not only help you with the learning, at the same time like we will also help you in resume building, mock interview, and then interview assistance as well. And our batch size is not like huge batch size of 100 200 people together, right? It's 20 30 people will be like learning together, doing a projects, and then prepare for the interview, right? And why to choose us? We provide a first personalized learning, right? Personalized learning as in we will understand your profile, and accordingly we will help you to make your resume, we will help you to crack the interview as well. We will help in the we'll take some mock interview as well, and then we have a 7 day refund policy. So if you join our training and if you're not satisfied how we teach, you can get a complete refund in 7 days, right? Nobody come to us because of our teaching style, because all of our trainers are industry professionals and they know how to teach, right? But we are giving that kind of a liberty as well, because I know you guys joined virtually. So if you want that kind of a guarantee, we are giving that kind of a guarantee that if you're not satisfied, come back to us in 7 days and we will give you the refund, right? And at the same time, we are very confident about our offerings, our projects, our teaching, right? So if you get a similar course anywhere in the market in less of a price, you can come back to us and we'll match that price as well, right? So as I told that we have a live courses as well, right? So about Azure Data Engineering, Database Spark, and then combined course, and then Snowflake, Fabric, and then Power BI, SQL, Python. And at the same time, if you guys are looking for a recorded session, then we have a recorded session of all our training as well. So suppose sometimes people come to us and they say that, hey Abhishek, I want to learn in 15 days, 20 days. I want to have a fast tech learning. So if you want to go for a recording, then we have that kind of option as well. And we have like very good track record of people getting a job. So you can see over here like Deepak got multiple offer letters. Jaskaran got like 3x salary hike, right? And then Harshit got a job in UK after finishing his masters, right? So like if you can check some video reviews as well. And as you know, all the people cannot give the video reviews, right? So we have some sort of reviews which you can also check here. And then you can open this like the course material, and then over here as well you can go through some reviews, right? You can also check out some reviews over here as well, right? That also you can do. All right, so this is the summary about in general the uh, like in general about the website, right? So let's jump into the master class in general, right? So let's go to the master class now. So before coming to the master class, me and Sankha was like going through
Okay.
it, and then we were trying to write. So guys,
Oh,
please mute yourself. Let me mute everyone, and then if you have any question, you can type in the chat, and then we will be answering those questions, right? What is this? So Akash has written a question. What is this course for? This course is for Azure Data Engineering. And in case of I opt for live recording, would I get the recording of previous batch for fast track the learning in my end? And is it possible for 8 years guy to switch to data domain? I have a past. Yes, it's possible to get the recording of the previous session. You can get the recording of the previous session for fast track learning that you can do. And at the same time, if your question is 8 years of experience guy can switch into data engineering domain, yes, 8 years of experience guy can switch into the data engineering and learn data engineering. That is possible. Yes, you're right. So let me go through the like a common question, right? So just like Akash said, we have I was going through Sankha, I was writing all the question related to like the common question which people have in general. So these are the general question which people have, right? Sometimes people are doubtful about Azure. Hey, Abhishek, what is like a cloud future? Why Azure only? And then Azure has a opening or not? Or like what is data engineering and how to switch to data engineering? And Sankha was also saying the our tutor Das was also saying that sometimes we have a question about like, hey, I'm a fresher, can I switch? I have a career gap, can I switch, right? I am 5 to 10 years of experience guy, can I switch, right? So if these are the also the general question which people have, right? And then sometimes people have a question about, hey, I am eligible for the course or not, right? And I am from a Power BI background, I am from SSIS background, I am from Informatica background, I am from admin background, can I switch? How I can switch? And sometimes people have a question about, hey, coding is required or not? How much coding is required? SQL is required or not? Python is required or not? How much coding is required, right? So all of this question, we will try to address those questions, and then we'll try to give the answers of those questions, right? Then sometimes people have a question about, hey, how we will do projects, how we will do live projects, how we will do 3 to 5 projects in Azure, right? How we will practice in Azure, how much experience I can show, right? By learning, right? And sometimes people have a question about how we will approach the interview, how we will handle the scenario-based interview question, right? So all of this question will make sure that we are answering all these questions, right? And if you're here for any sort of a course, then you will get some offers also in the end of the course, right, to register yourself, right, if you're looking for some for the course. And if you're not looking for the course, then you will get the answer of all of these questions, and also you can interact and ask your questions, such as Akash is asking some question, right? So similarly you can also ask some questions, and then we will be answering those questions as well, right? So now if I haven't address your question over here, you can also type your question, such as Dev has written, I am confused, cloud data engineer and data engineer, how it is different. I am joined as a career gap, what I can do, how I can switch career. All of that question we will try to address, right? So I will make sure that each and every question, whatever question you have, I will make sure that each and every question, me and Sankha will make sure that each and every question is answered in general, right? So that we will make sure, okay? So please type your question in the chat, and we will be covering each and every question, okay, during the master class. So we will follow a particular agenda. We will go one by one, and then we will answer all the question, right? So please wait, your each and every question will be answered. And please stay till end of the master class, so that we can you can get some offers as well in the end, right? At the same time, right? And you will get full value of the course and full value of the masterclass if you stay till the end. You can understand everything till the end, right? All right, guys. So, and then during the master class, if my voice is not visible, or if my screen is not visible, you can also type in the chat. So yes, it's possible, and I will explain how it is possible. So please wait, and everything will be answered. Okay. All right. So to conduct this master class, what we will do, we will follow this particular schedule, in which we will basically go through these topics, such as, give me a moment. I am sharing my slide. So what we will do, we will first understand, hey, introduction, website, check my LinkedIn content, right? So if you want to understand, so in the today's masterclass, we will be sharing many course material, many learning material, right? So you can go through our LinkedIn profile to get all the learning material as well, right? So suppose if I show you few of the, so you can check out my LinkedIn profile over here. You can check out different PDFs which I'll share, right? So during the masterclass, me and Sankha will be sharing different contents. You can get all the contents in my LinkedIn profile, right? That is what you can get. So you can check out over there, right? All right. So now we will follow this particular topic by topic, such as we will first understand, hey, why cloud? What is cloud, right? Then one particular question will be answered, that somebody was typing, hey, what is the difference between cloud data engineering and data engineering in general, right? So I will try to answer those questions. So why cloud? What is cloud? Why Azure? So first of all, let's try to understand why cloud, what is cloud, and why Azure. Then let's try to understand why and what of data engineering. Then let's try to understand about ADF, Databricks, Spark, Snaps, right? And then Sankha will take you through why and what of Databricks and Spark, right? So he will try to give you the picture about Databricks, what is the Spark architecture and all of that. And then we will understand coding is required or not, who can learn, where to practice, course and project, recording, experience to show, where to practice, right? So we will cover up each and every question. And so, and then once we go through each and every question, everything will be answered, right? So let's start with why cloud, what is cloud, why Azure, right? So to understand this, let me present a very simple slide to basically understand this particular point. Why cloud, what is cloud? So why cloud, what is cloud? So if I give you an example, back in 2012, when I was in college, I used to use CDs, DVDs, pen drive, right? To basically watch movies, or share some photos with my friends. Now I no longer use those CDs, DVDs, pen drive. Now, if you just try to understand why I don't use it, because it's difficult to maintain. Because if I need to go to the market to purchase a new pen drive, it is full. And if I want to upgrade my pen drive, like if I just want, if a new pen drive upgradation has happened, so I need to go to the market and purchase a new pen drive and transfer my photos, right? And at the same time, if my pen drive is lost, then also I need to, like, all my data is lost. So due to all of this, like, pain, I switched to cloud. Now I just upload all the data to the Google Drive. If I want to upgrade my photo, that will be upgraded. Hardware in the backend also is getting upgraded by Google itself as technology is changing, right? So everything is handled by cloud service provider, right? So that is handled by cloud service provider. Storage is handled by cloud service provider. Upgrade is very easy to collaborate. If anybody wants my photo, I just share the links and then the photo is shared. Implementation is very easy. I can just get the storage then and there without any problem. That is why every individual is moving to the cloud, right? So if you see, all of us are using cloud here and there in WhatsApp backup, photos backup. So we try to store all of our data in the cloud nowadays because it's easy. That is why all the companies are also moving to the cloud because of this benefits, right? So that is what the difference between cloud, right? And everybody is using cloud. Uh, like, some of us know that we are using cloud, and some of us don't know it, but still we are using it here and there, right? It's basically, cloud has a very good penetration in our life nowadays, right? Now, at the same time, if you try to understand what is cloud in general, right? So cloud is nothing but the practice of using a network of remote server hosted on an internet to store, manage, and process data rather than your local computer. So what is cloud? Cloud is nothing but, like, you're not using your computer, you're accessing someone else's computer and you're paying for it. That's all, right? So suppose back in college, I used to go to the internet cafe, pay them 20 rupees an hour, and then I used to use some sort of a machine, right? Like, given by my this internet cafe, right? Similar to that, what you're doing right now is you are trying to use the computers given by a cloud service provider such as Amazon, Microsoft, GCP, Alibaba. These guys are giving you servers in which you can just, like, process data, store data, run your data points, right? Run your pipelines. That is what you can do. And then you're getting a access of it, right? So practice of using a network of remote servers means you're getting a network of remote server which is hosted on the internet, and you are trying to access those computers. That is what you're doing, right? So it's on demand and pay as you go. Means it's on demand, whenever you want it you can get it, and it's pay as you go. How much you use it, you need to pay for it accordingly, right? So that is what the cloud is. Okay. All right. Now, suppose, like, I hope it's clear for everyone what is cloud, right? Now, why Azure only, right? So I have many points to prove why Azure only, right? So let's try to understand why Azure only. So you can see all of these data centers of Azure all across the world. These are the data center which Azure has, like, different data center across the globe. They have different data center across the globe. So you can get remote server across the globe anywhere in the world, right? That is what you can get. Now I have many points why Azure only, right? So I am a Microsoft Azure guy from past 8 years, right? And Sanka is also working extensively in Azure, right? And from the career perspective, right? From the career perspective, whenever we wanted to switch a job in India, we were always able to get a job in India. Like, suppose no matter from 6 LPA to 10 LPA, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 30 LPA, we were always able to switch. And I also tried to move my profile from India to Germany, right? So I directly moved here by applying to job across the Germany, right? And I was able to get a job in Germany as well. So there is a market potential, there is an opportunity. That is why we were able to switch. And at the same time, back in COVID, when I started teaching, right? When I started teaching, I was not like I want students, kind of like I was finding students and then I started teaching. It's like I just put my profile somewhere. People started reaching out to me randomly because the demand is so good that like we basically need. trainers, good trainers to train them, right? So that is why like it has a very good market potential, right? And at the same time, like Microsoft, so forget about the everything, let's think about Microsoft in general, right? So Microsoft is basically has a very good products, the corporate products, right? So they have Office, right? And then every company uses a Microsoft product. In my company, we are using Microsoft product. In past 6 to 7 companies in wherever I have worked, every company were using a Microsoft product, right? So they have a very good corporate penetration. When they have a very good market corporate penetration, then it makes Azure has a very good Azure is a very good competitor compared to AWS or a GCP in general, right? And at the same time, I guess all of us uses like ChatGPT nowadays, and then Microsoft is also heavily investing in OpenAI and ChatGPT. That makes Microsoft also a very good competitor. And then I have many other points to also prove like why Azure has an edge. But all the clouds are good in general. That is why I have written all like while Azure, GCP, and AWS and GCP are also powerful, but Azure has its own unique advantages, such as very good corporate penetration. And at the same time, they are heavily investing in OpenAI and ChatGPT as well, right? And then I have many other points as well to prove that, right? So suppose if you see about like as your market share is also good, the increasing demand is also there, like, and then the pay cut is also good, right? And don't believe me, don't believe anyone, just check the market by going to Naukri.com, right? You just go to Naukri.com profile, you just try to search as your data engineer, and then you'll see many openings across, right, different like job experience or salary range or like, and no matter like you're looking for a job 3 to 6 LPA, 6 to 10 LPA, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 25 to 30, right? So there is always a potential, no matter you're looking for a job as a fresher or 1 year experience guy or 5 years of experience guy or 10 years of experience guy, you will see the job openings all across like different platforms, different places. And not only in India, you can go and check out in LinkedIn as well. You'll see the job openings across the globe, right? That proves Azure has an edge, right? All right, guys. So now let's try to understand that, hey, why and what of data engineering, right? So suppose why cloud, what is cloud, why Azure, we understood it. Why cloud means it it basically easy to collaborate, easy to maintain. What is cloud? Cloud is nothing but like you're not using your computer, you're accessing someone else's computer, you're paying for it, right? That's all. Why Azure? Why Azure? Azure as in like it is a Microsoft product, and then every company uses a Microsoft in general. So that is why it's easy for Microsoft to market their product, and also at the same time, Microsoft is heavily investing in OpenAI. That also makes Microsoft a very good competitor. Now let's try to understand why and what of data engineering. So what is data engineering? Let's try to understand that, right? Give me a moment. I will also try to present a slide to understand what is data engineering in general. Uh, okay, so what is data engineering? Let's try to understand this, right? So suppose I have a very good friend who is in Bangalore, right? Who is in Bangalore, which is a city in India. And now he wants to open a retail store, right? Retail store means just like a Reliance supermarket, he wants to open a retail store. Now I'm trying to give this example in very, very layman terms so that everybody can make sense out of it, right? Now he what he did, he opened a retail store all across the Bangalore. Suppose like in some of the store, he stored the data in SharePoint location. In some of the store, like he stored the data in a C drive, like in computer C drive. In some of the data points, right, he hired a particular like a guy who knows SQL, so he stored the data in SQL server, right? So now he has a store all across the Bangalore. Suppose in HSR layout he has a store, in Balandur he has a store, in Whitefield he has a store, right? In different location of Bangalore he has a store. Now business is running every day, customers are coming to all of these stores and then they are buying products, right? And then the business is growing. So after 3 to 4 years, he reached out to me and Sankha, right? He asked both of us that, hey, you guys are data engineer, tell me that I have a problem. I asked them and we asked them that, hey, what is the problem? So he basically said that I'm storing the data in all of this locations, and then what I want to have is I want to move all of these data points, which is stored in different location, different computers, to one centralized place, right? One place, right? And then I we asked them, hey, why do you want to do it? So he said that I want to understand total sales. I want to understand that, hey, what is the which customer is performing better or which product I am selling more, right? To understand that, I need to check with all the stores one by one, collate it, aggregate it, which makes my life difficult. So I want to store all the data to one centralized location, and it should happen automatically rather than at 9 p.m. in the night. I'm calling all the store managers to give me the data so that I can store it, right? I don't want that. So we said that yeah, it's possible, and at the same time what he wants is he wants to also create a dashboard in which he can just open the dashboard daily in the morning, and he can understand every KPI, right? He can understand, hey, what is the gross sales, what is the which employee is performing better, which product is selling more, right? All of that I can understand. So we said that yeah, it's a basically a data engineering problem in which what we need to do, we need to first extract the data, we need to first move the data from point A to point B, right? That is the extraction part. And once it is moved, you need to basically understand and load the data and transform the data. That is what you need to do. So by using data bricks or stored procedure or ADF flows, right? So transform means you need to combine the data, you need to transform the data. That is what you need to do. So that is what the data engineer will do on day-to-day basis. He will move the data from point A to point B first, and then second is he will try to transform the data. He will try to make the data ready for the analysis, right? And then the Power BI, then we also suggested, me and Sanka also suggested that once we prepare the data, you might need a Power BI guy as well who can visualize the data for you, who can create a dashboard for you, right? That will be done by the data analyst, right? So this is basically a data engineering problem in which extract, transform, and load will be done by data engineer, and then the dashboarding will be done by the Power BI. So what is data engineering? Data engineering is nothing but moving the data from point A to point B, and then transforming the data to make it ready for the analysis, right? So as a data engineer, you will be always and always working as a defender, right? So you are always in the you will always work in backend systems to make sure that you are preparing data for a data analyst, for data scientists to make business outcomes by end of it, right? So as a data engineer, what is your job? Your job is to find the right data for data analysts and data scientists, right? Develop ETL pipeline, extract, transform, and load. Maintain data marts. Monitor the pipelines are running fine or not. Ensure data quality is good. Ensure code quality is good, right? Optimize the cost of the different platform, right? Data pipelines are running fast or not, right? Implement data governance, implement data lineage, document all the flows, right? That is what the data engineer will do on day-to-day basis, right? What data engineer will not do. So sometimes people are confused because when they go to the job, right, and when they see different job openings in the LinkedIn, they are like, hey, here CI/CD pipeline is written, Power BI is also written. Should I learn those things? I suggest no. Why? Because data engineer's job is to not build ML model, not dashboard, not CI/CD pipeline, not front-end application, right? All of these jobs are not data engineering job. Data engineer is to work on extract, transform, and load, not like infrastructure, security, CI/CD pipeline. All of it is not data engineering's job, right? Now, if you ask me, Abhishek, why it's written in the job role, sometimes people write it in the job role, but it's not like if you don't know it, they will not hire you, right? It's not like that, right? So and also at the same time, like when you're switching your profile, you should really focus on learning important things rather than learning everything. Because if you want to learn everything, like suppose if I'm working as a data analyst and I say that I want to learn CI/CD pipeline, I want to learn data engineering stuff as well, right? So you won't focus on the important things, like you will be lost in just learning CI/CD pipeline. You'll waste your time over there rather than learning data engineering tasks, right? So my first recommendation is to learn data engineering completely, and then if you have time left, then focus on learning other things as well, right? So don't like shift your focus to these tools which is not data engineering, rather than that focus on extract, transform, and load, which is actual data engineering, right? All right, guys. So now this is what the data engineer will do on day-to-day basis, right? So now let's try to summarize again. Why cloud? Cloud is nothing but Not using your computer, you're accessing someone else's computer. Why? Because it's easy to collaborate, easy to maintain, data loss and recovery, everything will be handled by cloud service provider. What is cloud? Cloud is nothing but you're not using your computer, you're accessing someone else's computer. Then why Azure? Yeah, easy to like, it's a Microsoft product and every company uses a Microsoft products. It's basically Microsoft is also investing heavily in OpenAI, ChatGPT, right? Why and what of data engineering? Data engineering nothing but extract, transform, and load, right? Tools to learn. So what are the tools to learn? So now these are the tools which are very, very important for the data engineer, right? What are the tools to important for the data engineer? Data Factory, Databricks, Synapse Analytics, Azure DevOps, and then Data Lake, right? So if you see this, give me a moment. 1 second. So here, if you see, like for the extraction, we were using Data Factory Synapse Analytics, right? Extraction means moving data from point A to point B. We are using Data Factory and Synapse Analytics. For loading, we are using Data Lake and SQL Server. For transformation, we are using Databricks, SQL Store Procedure, and ADF flows, right? That is what we are doing. So I have written all of this tool here, right? Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB, Data Lakes, DevOps, Synapse Analytics, right? And then these are the tools which is very, very important along with Fabric, right? So these are the tools you should really, really focus on. And among all of it, Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB are more important tools because the others are built on top of it, right? Synapse Analytics or Fabric, all of them are built on top of it. So you should really focus on Data Factory, Databricks, SQL DB, and Spark fundamental, right? So that is what you should focus on, right? So these are the starter tool to learn, right? And after that, you can like focus on other tools such as like your PostgreSQL, Cosmo DB, SD Insight, Stream Analytics, MariaDB. You can focus on that afterwards, right? So your core focus should be this first, right? Now let's try to understand what are these tools, what are this tool actually does, right? So suppose over here, Data Factory. So Data Factory basically helps you to move the data from point A to point B, right? Now if I open Data Factory, if I open Data Factory over here, now Data Factory over here will basically help you to move the data from point A to point B. So over here, if I open this new pipeline, if I put the copy data activity, so here, if you can see in the Data Factory, you can do your source setting, you can do your sync setting, right? Sync means destination, source means from where you are getting the data, right? So source and sync setting, if you do, you will be able to move the data from point A to point B. Just like if you want to move your luggage from point A to point B, you need to basically give your source address, destination address, then you can move your luggage. Similar to that, Data Factory here also, you are giving your source address, sync address, and then you will be able to move the data from point A to point B. That is what you can do. So this is what Data Factory does in general, right? It helps you to move the data from point A to point B. That is what it does. Okay. Now after that, like the other tool which is written over here is like your data lake and SQL DB. It is nothing but like your storage, right? So over here, if you go and let me show you that as well. So this is a storage, right? So here you can store any kind of a file. You can store your audio file, video file, and then your CSV files, right? All the kind of a file you can store over here, right? This is a flat file storage where you can store the different kind of a file, right? So department file or different kind of a file you can store over here. And then you have a SQL DB, right? SQL DB is nothing but like a SQL database. That's all. Okay, so this here you can store the SQL kind of a data, right? So all of that data, different SQL database you can store over here, right? So for to learn data factory, right, there's no coding required because like there is we don't write any kind of a code here, right? So anybody who are new and who are basically starting, right? So data factory is the best tool for you guys to learn. Reason being that we don't use and we don't write any kind of a code here. So it's a very good tool to start with, right? Because you don't write any code and then you can basically build your pipelines, right? That is what you can do, right? So in for learning data factory, there is no coding required. So if you are here and if you say that Abhishek, I don't know any coding, or if I'm starting, data factory can be a best tool to for you to learn. Okay, because it's a data migration tool, right? Now, like I have shown you data factory, I have shown you like data lake or a SQL DB as well, right? Which is basically written over here, right? So data factory data. So it's like now I have shown you about data factory, right? Now I will request Sankha to share your screen and then he can talk about like in general why Spark and Databricks and these tools are needed and why it's important for us. And then we will further understand that how much coding is required, or accordingly we will further understand it, right? So Sankha, you can probably share your screen and then talk about it so that everybody can understand like about it. Unmute. Give 1 second. I'm giving the like unmute option to him so that he can unmute. Yes, Anka, please go ahead.
Okay, fine. So let me share my screen 1 second.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've just sent the request for screen share.
yeah.
Okay. So basically, first we'll
1 second.
understand.
Yeah, your screen is
Okay.
coming. Yeah, it came. Yeah, you
Okay.
can go
Okay.
ahead now.
So basically, first we'll understand what is Spark. Okay. So what is Spark? In simple word, we'll discuss it's a intelligent tool which will handle large scale data processing. Okay. So when I say large scale, that means not like that related to any MB. When we will discuss about big data, it will be able to handle every data like GB, TV, so many things. So Spark will be required to do large scale data processing. Okay. So it's also open source. That means you can download it and you can install, you can run in your local machine, means local computer. Now, next, what are the component of Spark? The first thing is it has something called driver. Okay. Then it has something called known as cluster manager. It has something called known as executor, or you can say worker node. So now what is the use of this driver? So driver is nothing but it's the starter. Means whenever let's say we will write any code. Code means let's say just simple think about any Python code in simple word. Python code, let's say you will write any SQL, anything. You can write integrate also Python SQL with Spark and we'll do a lot of things. But whenever user will do any code, first it will go to the driver. Okay. So what driver will do? Driver will ask this cluster manager to give some resource. That means just think about this situation that the manager takes the project. Now the manager want to do the project by all the team members. So what it will do, it will distribute all the projects, means small tasks to multiple people inside the team. The same way, cluster manager will take that means driver will take the task and it will distribute the task through the cluster managers. It's nothing but a resource allocator. Nothing, it's a resource allocator. Okay. So it will allocate some resource to driver so that the executor can do the jobs. Okay. Right now, if you see, there are few things. Means like driver will first ask request for the like this resource. Then cluster manager will allocate some resource. Let's say this is occupied. Already this is occupied. Okay. So what would happen? Like the driver or the cluster manager will allocate a free resource. So then the worker will start executing the job. After the job will be executed, then again the result will be back to the driver. When I say job and when I say the execution of anything, it's nothing. Just let's say think about basic filtering. Let's say think about basic group by. Think about join. Like little bit very small transformations. You can think about like this. So these are all the jobs you need to do. So now you can ask, okay, how the jobs will be basically being monitored by the Spark? So that is basically done through a plan that is known as DAG. So what is DAG? DAG means directed acyclic graph. That means step by step, nothing, it's simple. Step by step execution plan. Step by step execution plan. Okay, so that is all about Spark. Means it's a very long thing, but in make it short, if I need to make it very short, three components are there: driver, for resource manager, it's cluster manager, and for doing the task is as the worker nodes. Okay, so right now we can ask, okay, then if we can do Spark in our local machine and if we can run all these things in our local, so what is the need of Databricks? So there is the importance of Databricks. Databricks is nothing but a cloud platform. Okay, cloud platform which can be integrated with any cloud. Means we will definitely integrate with Azure. So Databricks will manages the things automatically. You don't need to configure, means every driver or every executor or every cluster manager. Things need to be sorted and configured properly so that it should work. Okay, but when it would come to Databricks, it would manage automatically by itself. And also Databricks has more features. Like, there are so many things like features like Unity catalog. We'll discuss one by one. There you can build the job, you can create the pipeline. There you can create a data warehouse also. That means storing all the data from multiple sources after transforming. You can load it in a structured format inside Databricks as well. So for all these things, Databricks will basically helpful to manage and optimize a Spark automatically. So now, if I ask you how the flows will do, let's say we have some data, right? In our data lake, means we have aggregated all the data from multiple sources. So what would happen after that? Let's say we need to do some transformation. So transformation needs a huge resource because we have big data, right? So in that case, on top of Spark, Databricks will give you a very fine UI so that you can write down the code there. They will provide you some notebooks. So let's say you write down the code here, you'll see the output here. You can see the output here. So in this way, they will provide an interactive notebook. You can write down the comments. Also, Databricks support multiple languages. It supports Python, it supports PySpark, okay, it supports SQL, it supports R, it supports Scala, so many things. So all these things also can be done on Databricks. Okay, so basically, driver will take the task, it will build the DAGs for the step-by-step execution plan, then would request for the cluster manager for allocating some resource. Then that particular resource would basically allocate some free executors which will do the task. Then again, executor will send back the result to the driver. Simple. Like when the all the employees finishes the work, they submit the job or task to the manager, right? So now manager give back to the user. The same way, if you want to relate with the real life, this is the way the Databricks will work. Okay. So right now, Databricks is fully managed. That's the advantage. When I say Spark, it's open source. So basically you can install it. Their manual configuration is required. You need to understand what each cluster, how, what is the memory should be given. Means when I say it's a large scale data processing engine, so it requires some memory to process, right? So that memory you need to manage with Spark. But when you will use Databricks, there is an option that they can scale. Like, let's say when you have much load, they can scale or they can give you more resource to process the data quickly. Or when the data size is less, so according to that, they would adjust. That's the first thing. And basically, the performance mostly we will get in Databricks compared to the Spark. Okay. And Databricks is totally enterprise ready. If I say what is Databricks, already I've written. Now you say, okay, what the companies who are using, you will, if you simple go to this Databricks like in a UI, you will see there are a lot of companies like Mercedes-Benz, Walgreens, Michelin, so many companies use Databricks in their day-to-day platform for large-scale data processing. Okay, so if I need to conclude the overall data engineering for transformation or also to build any end-to-end pipeline, Databricks gives the feature to build it. Okay, so if I say, let's say simple, that you are collecting the data from multiple sources, then you are dumping somewhere. Let's say you are buying some item, let's say fish from the market, you are buying spices, you are buying veggies from the market, then you are storing each and everything on your bag, right? Then what would happen when you reach your home? What you do, you segregate the data into multiple parts. Let's say you keep your fish in fridge, You keep your spices in any your kitchen, you veggies you also put in fridge like that, right? So this is nothing but a structured storage, right? So that you can consider as the data warehouse. And when actually we are dumping all these things, you can consider this is as my data lake. Okay. In between this, we will do the transformation. Transformation means it would be used to calculate the KPIs, like already Abhishek told. Like let's say if any business people want to understand how many sales has been done, so they will not definitely go through each and every transaction details. Simply they will go to here from the dashboard itself. They will see how many sales has been done. So this end-to-end thing is nothing but a data engineering pipeline. This end-to-end thing is known as data engineering pipeline. So our task would be we want to build the data pipeline and we need to obviously automate it so that it runs on daily basis. No, so that like one day it would run, next day it would stop. Not. We need to make it fully automated and full scale end-to-end data engineering pipeline. So like as I obviously already shown the diagram that this is here we use data factory, here we can use data bricks, here we can use synapse or let's say data bricks delta table or any other things. So in simple, if I need to conclude it, our task would be to build the data engineering pipeline end to end. To process big data, we will leverage Spark for large scale data processing and mostly distributed. That means let's say here you have 10,000 data, 5,000 data can be processed here, 5,000 rows can be processed here. Okay, that means it is distributed. So in this way also, it processes the data in an efficient way. Okay, so if there is any doubt, feel free to ask in the chat. Within this meeting, definitely we'll like to conclude that. Okay, Abhishek, anything to add? Is it
Um, yeah, it's good. Thank you so much, Sanka, for explaining the Spark, right? Now, shall I continue after this?
sure? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for explaining all the concepts. Now let me also take you through, right? All right, so this is the Databricks platform, right? So in this, as I was showing the Data Factory platform, right? Similar to that, this is a Databricks platform. Over here, we need to definitely like write project. We need to make different layers. We need to do projects over here. So over here, we need to write code, right? So like what I was trying to say is, if you want to work in Databricks, right, you need to have some sort of a coding understanding, either SQL or Python. You need to have a coding understanding. So suppose if you say that if you don't have any sort of a coding understanding, then go for a data factory. If you have some sort of a coding understanding, then you can go for a Databricks as well. You can, because here you need to write some code, right? So now let me come to the back to the agenda, right? So as we learned about like, hey, what are tools to learn? We need to learn about ADF, Databricks, and then Sanka also already explained why Databricks and Spark is needed, right? So coding is required. Yes, coding is required for Databricks and Spark. For ADF, there is no coding required. So if you don't know coding, right? Can you learn data engineering? Yes, you can learn data engineering. You can start with ADF, right? First start with ADF, then slowly learn SQL, and then slowly start working with SQL databases, right? And then slowly learn Python as well. Then you can start with Databricks as well, right? So coding is required, but can you start without coding? Yes, you can start without coding. You can start with Data Factory in that case, right? Who can learn? Anybody can learn, right? If you're a fresher, then also you can learn. If you have a 5 years of experience, then also you can learn. If you have more than 5 years of experience, then also you can learn. And then we will now tell you the roadmap, right? How you can learn, right? That we will tell you the roadmap, right? So let me take you through the roadmap, right? How we have designed the roadmap for you guys, right? So if you are different experience, right, how you can approach it, right? So let me take you through the roadmap now. So suppose if you say that Abhishek, I don't know any coding, I am new, right? I have 2 to 3 years of experience. I am new. So in that case, you guys can go through this Azure data engineering course. In this Azure data engineering course, we basically teach you new to Azure, no coding background. Here we will be teaching you ADF, mainly ADF, basic to advanced, Databricks here, basic to mid, Synapse basic to mid. You'll gain 3 years of experience. You will do 3 real-time projects with us, right? And then this is a course curriculum for it. Let me download a course curriculum for you guys, right? So this is a course curriculum for you guys. So here we will be covering about Azure in general, blob storage, data lake storage, Azure integration runtime link service, and then copy data activity for each loop. Then how to copy the data to the SQL server, parameterization of a pipeline, lookup activity, delta load, Git integration, right? Cherry pick, and then Git revert, all of that. Then we will learn about Databricks, right? Databricks, Delta table, Medallion architecture, Lakehouse architecture, and then different processing, how you can do, right? Some basics part of it, right? And then we'll go to the key vault. We will understand like if else activity. We'll understand how many types of triggers are there. We will understand synapse. We'll understand data flows. We'll understand like star schema, snowflake schema, SCD implementation, email triggers, right? And then we will understand fabric. So here you will learn about data factory, data bricks, synapse, and fabric, right? And then mainly data factory. Mainly we'll focus on data factory, right? Here we will do three projects. One project is centered around data factory, one project is centered around data bricks, and one project is centered around data bricks, right? So we will do Synapse Analytics. So we will do three projects: Data Factory, Databricks, and Synapse. Right. So this is the roadmap for anyone who are new, starting, less experience, 2 to 3 years of experience, can start with this particular course in which you can learn three projects. Right. That is what you can do. Right. And then suppose somebody says that Abhishek, I'm basically looking for like Databricks and Spark learning, because Databricks is basically uh, like Databricks is what I'm focusing on. So you can go for this particular course curriculum, right? In this particular course curriculum, we mainly focus on Databricks only, right? Databricks, Spark architecture, your cluster management, RDD data frame APIs, conversion of the PySpark pandas, and then common transformation logics, right? DB utils, and then managed table, unmanaged table, DevOps practice, JDBC connector, backup process, Spark UI, SCD implementation, Lakehouse material architecture, right? And then Spark optimization such as predicate push down, projection push down, repartition police, cache persist, data skewness, sort merge join, broadcast join, Z ordering, right? All the Spark optimization topic. And then here we will do two projects, right? One is a lakehouse architecture project, another is a like this uh, one is the Medellin architecture project, and one is this lakehouse project, right? So we will do like both the architecture, right? So this is a 2011 architecture that also we will do, and then 2020 architecture. Both architecture we will try to implement, okay? And then the benefit of learning Databricks is whatever understanding you'll get in Databricks. For example, you will focus on Spark in general, right? So whatever understanding you are getting from this Databricks course is implemented and can be implemented in like in Fabric as well. You can use that particular knowledge. In Synapse as well, you can use that particular knowledge, right? And then if you're installing in Spark in your local, then also you can use that knowledge. So the knowledge is universal, whatever you're gaining from this particular course, right? All right. So if you're looking for Spark course, then you can go for this particular course curriculum. Now, suppose if you say that Abhishek, I want to learn both and I'm an experienced guy. So suppose like you can easily manage with one of the course Azure Data Engineering or Databricks Spark if you are looking for 2 to 3 years of experience, right? But suppose if you say that Abhishek, I'm looking for more experience because I'm an experienced guy. In that case, you can go for a combined course in which you can learn about everything, right? You can basically learn about data engineering stuff as well, three projects, and then you can learn about Databricks as well, two projects. That is what you can do, right? So this is the overall about the training program in general, right? That is what you do. And then sometimes people have a question about, hey Abhishek, where we will practice, right? So you will be practicing everything in this particular subscription, right? So over here, if you go, if I show you my subscription, this is my subscription, and the cost of it is like for 1 month it's free, and after 1 month you need to upgrade to pay as you go subscription, right? That is what you can do, and it costs you like around 5 to 10 euros or 15 euros, and in Indian rupees 500 to 1000 to 1500 rupees a month, not more than that. You can easily practice with that, and we will guide you how you can practice with that, right? So this is, and then we will do all the projects here, right? Now, sometimes people have a question about, hey Abhishek, how my learning journey will look like. This is how your learning journey will look like, right? Let me show you that as well. So this is how your learning journey will look like, right? So suppose over here you can see, right? So here, like we will class by class we'll learn and we'll do homework, right? Class by class we'll learn and do homework. Class by class we'll learn and do homework, right? After all the classes are completed, we are doing projects, right? We are doing projects, right? And we are basically implementing project and doing everything in front of you real time. That is what we are doing, right? And then after class by class we are again building project, class by class we are again building project, and then we are doing things, right? And then one project is complete, so here we are completing another project, right? And then after all of these classes are done, right, we are telling you how to introduce yourself, how to explain a project, then we are giving you project explanation, right? And then we are giving you the sample resume so that you can prepare your resume, then we are giving you topic wise interview question, then we are giving you company wise interview question. So it's a is structured learning in which you are first learning things, just like corporate training in which you are learning important things, you are doing project with us, then we are helping you to understand how to write this project in your resume, right, by giving you project explanation, right? And then we are also giving you a resume so that you can prepare your resume, then we are giving you the topic wise interview question, company wise interview question, everything. And then we are also telling you how to introduce yourself, how to explain a project, everything we are telling you, right? So it's a structured learning in a in a particular direction so that you can complete everything, right? That is what we are doing for you, right? So this is about the summary about everything. Let me check the topic. If I have missed anything, I will cover those. So why to learn, coding is required, who can learn, roadmap, courses and project, recording, experience. So let me show you how much experience you can show, right? So suppose if I summarize everything from the Azure Data Engineering course, it provides you 3 years of experience. You learn ADF, you learn Databricks, you learn Synapse, Fabric, warehousing, right? ADF basic to advanced, Databricks basic to mid, Synapse and Fabric basic to mid, warehousing basic to mid. You will do 3 projects, right? And then what are the benefits? You can learn data migration, data full load, delta load, ADF, Databricks, Synapse, learn Fabric. How much experience you can show? You can show 3 years of experience. Who can learn this? Everybody can learn this. You can learn from the scratch, right? What is the salary you can expect? You can get up to 15 to 20 LPA by doing this particular course. What is the batch start date and timing? The batch is starting from 16th of October, 8:30 a.m. IST will be the timing, right? So in the morning, 8:30 a.m. IST will be the batches running, right? So it's a morning class, right? And then if you're looking for a Databricks and Spark classes itself, next month we will start the class for Databricks and Spark. For now, you can register yourself, you can get the recording, and next month you can upgrade your learning, and then you can basically start like live classes, right? So Databricks and Spark, 3 years you'll get. 3 years of experience you'll get. You'll learn about Databricks and Spark Unity Catalog. Number of projects is 3. The benefit of learning Databricks and Spark is you can learn Databricks, you can apply any job related to Databricks, you learn about Spark architecture, you can learn about big data processing, Unity Catalog, modeling architecture. You can show 3 years of experience. The basic knowledge about SQL and Python is required for this particular course. Salary you can expect up to 15 to 20 LPA by doing this particular course, right? Now, if somebody says that Abhishek, I'm already earning 15 LPA, how I can upgrade more than that, right? So in that case, you can go for a combined course because if you want more package, you need to learn more, right? It's pretty simple. And this particular course will go for 4 months. You will gain 5 years of experience. You will be learning ADF, Databricks, Synapse, warehousing. You will do 5 projects with us. You'll learn about data migration, full load, delta load, ADF, Databricks, Synapse, Fabric, and then you can apply any job related to Databricks. You learn about Spark architecture. Who can do this? Anybody can do this, right? Salary expectation is more than 15 to 20 LPA. The batch started in timing is again 16th October, 8:30 a.m. IST will be the timing for this, right? So this is about the summary about everything, right? Summary about everything. Let me summarize like this, right? So just in a very simple terms, if you don't know any coding or if you're starting, go for Azure Data Engineering only. If you are less experienced guy, fresher, 1 year, 2 year experienced guy, only go for Azure Data Engineering. Now, if you say that Abhishek, I am an experienced guy, right? And then I want to gain more package, 15 to 20 more package, then go for a combined course. And then if you say that Abhishek, I'm looking for only Databricks Spark, right? Go for Databricks Spark course, right? This is a summary about everything. Now let me check the chat if I missed anything. So I will cover up those questions, right? So now Akash is, if this question I have answered already, I'm confused about data engineer and cloud data engineer. Cloud data engineer is nothing but you work like in extract, transform, and load using cloud tools such as Data Factory, Databricks. But if you are using on-premise tools and then data engine and doing data engineering, that is a data engineer job. So data engineer is extract, transform, and load. That is what the data engineer job is. If you're using cloud tools such as Azure tools, then you will be called as Azure data engineer. If you are using AWS tools, then you will be called as AWS data engineer, right? All right. So now, like, now I have joined, I have a career gap. Can I switch? Yes, you can switch because you can do project with us and then you can fill in those career gap by using our projects, right? That is what you can do. Why we are using Airflow? What it is? Airflow is also a orchestration tool or like just like Data Factory, we have Airflow, right? So like a Data Factory is offered by Azure. Airflow is a tool which is given by I think Oracle, right? So these are the different tools given by different companies. Abhishek, for interview, does they ask for Hadoop related stuff? Sometimes yes, but rarely, right? Not if you learn Spark and if you know Hadoop basic, right, which will be learning during the course, that will be enough for you. Are we using Snowflake here? No, for Snowflake, we are using Databricks here, not Snowflake, because Databricks and Snowflake are competitor. If you're learning Databricks, you don't need to learn Snowflake. And if you're learning Snowflake, you don't need to learn Databricks, right? So both are competitors. So you need to learn only one. And here we are you learning Databricks. Hope you only teach entire both Databricks and Azure Data Engineering courses. Yes, we are teaching both Azure Data Engineering and Databricks Spark in a combined course, right? All right. I summarize everything, right? If you have any question, you can type in the chat. Now, if you're looking for registration for this particular course, we are giving the offer, right? And then this is the offer, right? For Azure Data Engineering course, the original price is 20,000 rupees, but in today's demo, we are giving in 17,000 rupees, right? So you need to pay 10,000 rupees now, rest after batch starts, right? For combined course, right? So for Azure Databricks course as well, the 20 it is 20,000 rupees. So for both of these courses, right? Both of these courses means like your Azure Data Engineering course and Databricks course both are 20,000 rupees, right? So which comes to 40,000 rupees, right? But in the today's demo, if you want to register for combined course, we are giving in 30,000 rupees. You need to pay 20,000 rupees now, rest after batch starts. And for Databricks course, if you're looking for only Databricks course, the original price in the website is 8,999, but you can get it in 7,999, right? And then you can upgrade to the live class next month. That is what you can do, right? And if you want any other recording in our website, you can get all the other recording in 10% discount after the demo, right? That is what you can get, right? So let me share the payment link in the chat so that you guys can register, and then we will take some. I will give you a unmute option to all of you, and then you can unmute yourself and ask questions as well. Give me a moment. All right, guys. So you can use this payment link and then register. And if you have any question, I'm here. You can also ask question. Give me a moment. I will give you the option so that you can unmute yourself. All right. If you have any question, guys, you can unmute yourself and ask question. Anybody has any question? And this particular offer
Hello.
is valid till today, 11:59 p.m. IST. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Hello, Abhishek. Hi, Akash this side.
Yeah.
So, is there any prerequisite for the course if we are going for the combined course? So, do we need to know Python, or if yes, in how much depth do we need to know?
Basics would be enough. And if you don't
Okay.
know basic as well,
And
then for 2 months we are learning Azure Data Engineering. So we will guide you what are the
mhm,
different things which you can learn, right? And you can learn those things, and that would be enough. That is why we are writing learn from scratch. So here we will guide you in Azure Data Engineering while we will teach you Azure Data Engineering. We will guide you that these are the resources you can go
mhm,
through, and we will assist you so that you are prepared for next Databricks. When we start for Databricks, right, you are prepared for that.
okay. And like how many days in a week the class would be,
Class will
or
be
it will be all day?
weekdays, Monday to
Mhm.
Friday, weekdays, Monday to Friday.
Okay. And how long length would be
1 hour,
2 hours or
1 hour, 1 hour, 8:30 to 9:30
okay.
a.m. IST. Yeah.
Mhm. And like Microsoft free accounts will get expired in 30 days. So after that, we have to use our own credit to use this
Yeah.
all those
You can
features.
either upgrade your account or you can just create another account by using another credit card.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, guys. Anybody has any question which I can answer?
With the kind of curriculum we are having here, So it will be kind of a job ready for interview ready for the like
Job
we can
ready,
give the
interview
interviews
ready.
with that.
Yes, interview ready, job ready. Once you do this, me and
Mm-hmm.
Sankar making sure that whatever we know, we are teaching everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
Okay.
whenever we learn new things in our job as well, we try to include that in the course. So suppose recently I have done a autoloader project, so I included that in the
Mm-hmm.
course. So whatever is basically we learn, we try to implement that and we try
Mm-hmm.
to teach that as well. So once you do, like once you learn it fully, whatever we are teaching, you know what I know, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't know anything else beside what I teach, right? No extra things. So I will make
Okay.
sure that you are learning everything, whatever I know, and I am
Mm-hmm.
basically capable enough to get a job anywhere, and then also I am able to do the projects. So you will be able to do that if you just like learn whatever is being taught.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And like the duration which is mentioned for the combined course would be like 4 months would be enough, or it will get extended to more time.
4 months is enough, but sometimes there's a Diwali coming in, right? And then there's a new
Mhm.
year. Sometimes we give some holidays because of people are traveling, or I am also here and there traveling, right? So it generally 4 months
Right.
course are extended for 15 to 20 days. And
Mhm.
sometimes it depends on the
Okay.
students as well. They're asking more doubts, and sometimes people are asking us less doubt. So it's generally extend for
Mhm.
like 15, 20 days here and there because of like holidays in between and here and there, right? But not more than that.
Mhm. Got it. I'm just concerned about the duration of the class. Like, though it is 1 hour, so I'm just worried. Like 1 hour will be like maybe 10 minutes. We will be doing the revision of the previous session, and then there would be some setup configuration thing. So, would the length of that 1 hour is enough, or like I don't know. I'm just
It's
questioning.
enough because we are learning for 1 day to Friday. There is no leave in between, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I teach you for 40 to 45 minutes as well daily, you
Mm-hmm.
are occupied. Reason being that like 1 hour
Right.
we are basically teaching you, and when you implement like 1 hour class by yourself, right, you might need
Mhm.
1 to 2 hour because we are basically teaching you 1 hour. So you definitely need
Right.
more time than us to implement, right? So it's basically every day you're
Definitely.
accumulating like 2 and a half hours of content. So you will be fully occupied further during the day, and 1 hour is enough. And you are right by saying that, hey, Abhishek, it will be extended for 5, 10 minutes because yeah, we need to close the meeting. Somebody's asking doubt, right? So 5 to 10 minutes will be
Mm-hmm.
extended, but not more than that because people need to jump on the office schedule as well, right? So it's a morning time. If it is evening, then
Right.
we can
Right.
extend more, but
Yes.
here it's a morning time. So we will make sure that we are ending the class soon because we also need to jump on our morning schedule.
Yes.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. Anybody has any question, guys? Is a free subscription enough for hands-on?
Like
Yes, free
though.
subscription is enough for hands-on. 1 second, I will just answer this question and then you can ask. So, free subscription is enough for hands-on. Yes, free subscription is enough for hands-on because we will be doing some alternatives, right? So suppose over here, whenever we are playing with big data, for example, very big amount of data, like for the transformation, we will be using a like a community edition and those kind of account to play with that. And then whenever we are like trying to learn concepts, we will be using our free account. So we will guide you how to play around and how to like manage with the free subscription. We will guide you with that. So don't worry about it. And free subscription would be enough for that. You don't need a paid subscription. And then suppose for Unity Catalog or few of the features, you need a paid subscription. For that, we will guide you. Hey, you can create a paid subscription, and for that, you need to pay not more than like 500 to 1,000 rupees a month, right? That would be enough for you. So you can consider for 4 months of course, if you're okay to pay 2 to 3,000 rupees extra, like just for practicing, it would be enough. Okay. And for Azure data engineering course, if you're going, only 500 to 1,000 rupees extra cost will come, not more than that. Okay. And if you say that Abhishek, I can just create like a new account rather than paying those money, that also you can do to mitigate those kind of charges. Okay. Yes, somebody was saying something. Sorry to stop you. Please go ahead.
No problem. Yeah, I was saying like with experience like my I'm having total of around 8 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm can see the focus on the data part of the industry. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
my inclination is leveraging towards that line. So
Mm-hmm.
I have prior experience in dev role, then in support as well as in BA, and currently I'm in AI ops role.
Mm-hmm.
So I can leverage some part of AI ops in data engineering, I know, but somehow, how much experience I can show after this course? Can I show all 8 years in data engineering, or it would be mix of dev and then in
I will say
data engineering
mix.
part?
I will say mix. Like I always recommend to show the your previous experience and then show your journey. It's always like suppose when when you say like this, for example, like I have 8 years of experience, right? So what I will do, I will say 3 years of my old experience, which also gives like suppose when you're giving an interview, right? You feel more confident when you're doing it because you have a some sort of a thing to rely on, right? Because here you're learning things but you are
Right.
not like actually done it like learning it in the company, right? So I like you are trying to do project with me but you are saying that you have done in the company, right? That is what you're doing. So sometimes when you're giving interviews you are nervous, right? So hey, like you're a bit nervous, so you say 3 years of experience and then you say 5 years of experience you have worked in data engineering, and then you can change it based upon your requirement. For example, you say that I am looking for only 20 LPA package. Then in that case, you can say 4 years of experience you have worked in data engineering, and then 4 years in your different role, right? Now, if you say Abhishek, my expectation is 30 LPA, right? In that case, I will say that 2 years of experience you show in your previous one, and 6 years of experience you can show in data engineering. It depends on how much you're targeting, and accordingly you can play around with the experience.
Okay. And like just I was walking through some of the mock interview, saw that for the product-based company, they are kind of asking DSA question as well in Python. Though
Mhm.
Python is not my primary language, I have some basic understanding as well, kind of intermediate. I can code.
Mhm.
So how much? That's why my question was there. How much depth
So, like
Python is
out of
required
suppose if I
if
have
I'm
given
targeting for
five,
product
50
based?
interviews till now, if I have given 50 interviews till
Mm-hmm.
now, rarely in one or two interviews they have asked for data structures. So in some interviews they can ask,
Okay.
but they will like those interviews are less. So if they ask you, then you are unlucky, right? But don't prepare for like two interviews, but prepare for 48 interviews, right? This is my suggestion. So it is not like
Got it. Got
asked
it.
by
Got it.
all
Got
the
it. Yes.
companies, but it's asked by few, very few of the companies, right? So if you want to prepare for those companies, I suggest you
Mm-hmm.
learn data structure, invest another 2 months for that. But I suggest you that if somebody is
Mm-hmm.
starting data structure in the interview, just consider that that interview is not for you. Okay. I'm just
Got it.
guiding
Got
you
it.
that in a way
And like
that you just need to
with the
prepare fast, right? Rather than preparing like I can just make this syllabus for one
yes.
year as well, right? That also I can do, but that doesn't help because that
Right. Right. I
people lose
agree.
motivation if they're learning for one year straight, right? Okay. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, yes. I guess the motive of everybody here is to switch to domain. So as early
Yeah.
as we can switch, is more
As early as
beneficial rather
switch.
than doing
Yeah.
in solo. We can do in live.
Yeah.
Yeah, in live. Okay.
Yeah.
And just one last question. Sorry for
Mhm.
troubling you.
Yeah, yeah, no
Like
problem.
the interview pattern, if we see that outside India and India, if
Mhm.
suppose I will target for outside India,
Mhm.
so is it same pattern for data engineering role, or there is some
Easy.
differentiation, different differences?
Easy than India. So if I am giving a job in like I have given interviews in Europe as well when I was switching to Germany,
Mm-hmm.
then I felt that
Mm-hmm.
the European in Europe, the interviews are much easier than India, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that is what I noticed. Because in India, like the interviewer doesn't trust you completely, right? So whenever you say that, hey man, I know this, then they will like, no, write code, just show me this and that, right? So this kind of a thing they generally do, which makes the interview a bit difficult to crack. But in Europe
Mm-hmm.
and in outside of India, it's much easier. But the questions are same pattern. So they will ask a similar kind of a question like, hey, how do you do the optimization? What are the project architecture? Similar kind of a question they will ask you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's all from Abhishek from my end. Thank you very much for answering
Thank
the
you so much.
questions.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Anybody has any question which I can answer?
Yeah, hi Abhishek, this is Mahesh. Actually, I joined a bit late. Actually, can you just brief me like what's the like when it going when the new batch is going to start? Like Abhishek, can you just brief me?
So be new batch will start from 16th October, 8:30 a.m. IST will be the timing. 2 months 2 months is a duration. Sorry, 4 months is a duration for combined course. 2 months
Okay.
is a Databricks Spark. 2 months is Azure Data Engineering. We will start with Azure Data Engineering first, and then we will learn about Databricks and Spark. That is what we will do. It will start from 16th October. Morning schedule will the timing.
So once we after completing Azure data engineering only like Databricks classes will start, right? Or it's going to be
Yes.
parallel?
You can do it in parallel, like, but we suggest you do one by one because it can be too much for you to do it in parallel.
Okay, okay. So like it's going to be a daily 1 hour session, like Monday
Daily
to
one
Friday,
hour, Monday to Friday, yes. Daily 1 hour
8:30
session.
to 8:30 to 9:30 IST.
Yes. Yeah.
IST or EST?
IST.
IST, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I have some personal queries. Is it possible to connect like one to one, Abhishek?
Do you have my number?
No, I don't have actually.
Yeah, I'm sending you a number. You can ping me and I can answer those questions.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
All right. This is my number. You can ping me and then I can answer those questions. Uh, Somebody has written another question like, what is the max package I can expect? More than more than 20 to, so if you are doing a combined course, you can expect up to 40 to 45 LPA max package. Now, if you say that Abhishek, I'm looking for more than 45 LPA, then my suggestion is to first complete this course and then then prepare yourself for Azure Data Engineering and Databricks Spark, and then I will tell you what is the next path which you can choose, which is learning Snowflake or further enhancing your profile to networking and security, and then targeting um, Azure architect role. But don't like try to take baby steps, and then I feel 4 months is commitments are good enough to take first step, and then you can further learn it. Okay. All right. Anybody has any other question, guys?
Is there any evening batches are currently going on regarding
Yeah,
this?
currently but one particular evening batch is going on right now
Okay.
at 8 p.m. IST, right? So what you can do is you can join that evening batch as well. 6, 7 classes has happened in that particular batch, so you can join that batch as well. So if you want to join that batch, please ping me in the chat and I will guide you how you can join that batch.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Abhishek, just like I send you the
Yeah.
LinkedIn request in case of you can accept it. Like in case of query, I can ask you over there as well. You have my
Yeah, I will
number as well.
expect. I will expect. You can ping your LinkedIn profile to my number, please, and I will accept that.
Sure,
Okay. All right. Anybody has any
sure.
question, guys?
Thank you.
Okay. Just to summarize everything, so this particular offer is valid till today, 11:59 p.m. IST. 20,000 rupees is the price. 17,000 we are giving today's demo. For combined course, it's 40,000 rupees. We are giving in 30,000 rupees for Databricks recording. It's 7,999. If you want the pre-recorded session, all the pre-recorded session is present in 10% discount in the website itself, which you can purchase, right? Thank you so much for joining the demo. If you have any question, I can answer those questions right now. If not, then let's conclude the demo today. All right. Thank you so much for joining the demo. I hope it was valuable for everyone. If you're joining the class, see you around. If not, then just ping us in future whenever you want to join our sessions. See you then. Bye.
Abhishek, can I call you now? Just now, pin Mahesh here, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can ping me on WhatsApp and we can have a call. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Bye.